Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel, my friends. I've come down to Walton, Kentucky today. I told you I wanted to come back down here and get some bridge shots, and that's exactly where I am. I'm standing right next to one of the bridges that goes over a CSX line for the Norfolk Southern Rat Hole. Now, like I said, this is the Norfolk Southern Rat Hole that goes all the way down to Chattanooga, Tennessee. In all actuality and honesty, it's not the Rat Hole yet. It's the first division or whatever. The Rat Hole is just a nickname. Now, Norfolk Southern purchased this property purchased this line from the city of Cincinnati. Okay, now enough of that. Underneath the Norfolk Southern First Division here, or the Rat Hole, is the LCL for CSX. That's considered a short line that runs between Cincinnati and Louisville. Actually, not even Cincinnati. It's more like Latonia and Louisville, Kentucky. And then trains go on point past that. But we missed an over-under by 5 seconds. 5 friggin' seconds, and we would have had it. But the Norfolk Southern train was just behind the ball there as the CSX train came to end and passed. Now, that's plenty of trains so far, and I am just gonna get more because I gotta get out of here about 1:30. So who knows, I'm gonna stay down here at the bridge. I'm gonna go back up to the Gaines house where my truck is here, probably in a little while, because there's not many places to hang out down here and sit and relax and wait for the trains. And anyways, once those trains get here, folks, I'll get the video rolling, so stay tuned. Well, everybody, good morning again from Walton, Kentucky. I'm gonna start out down here today, but as it warms up, I'm gonna go up to the Abner Gaines house and over to the bridge. Get some bridge shots today, because it's gonna be a nice day, y'all. Here comes 26C, I believe. Excuse me. We'll find out if this is 26C there in terms of the length, but usually when it comes down here, it's pretty long. And man, he is ripping, y'all. So my plan, I'm gonna start out down here today, get a few trains while I'm down here, and then I'm gonna make my way to the Abner Gaines house, walk myself to the bridge. Hopefully I get some cool bridge shots. If not, no big deal. Well, that's a good way to start it off, with a train ripping on by. That was awesome right there, folks. Caught me by surprise. I kept on picking up in the train device. Got some garbled stuff on my radio, but dang, man, he shows up. That's what I get. All right, there they go. Now, I was sitting in my truck listening to the radio, and I thought I saw a hawk nab a bird over here. Well, I'll see the hawk. So, still cool nonetheless. All right, folks, stay tuned. All right, folks, her horn. I believe it's for a Norfolk Southern train, and it is. I see the headlights right there. That is probably 29F. They've been talking to him, so that's got to be him. All the way down there. Usually a pretty big train. These gates will be activated. There they go. And I love that old bell. Had a CSX high railer show up a few moments ago. He's just hanging out. Now, they got barriers over there, so I don't know if they're going to do that now or in the near future, but if they are, I'm not hanging around. Gates going down there, Church Street, heard him. Today. Wait for the DPUs here. I see him, DPU coming through. Double DPU. And that second one, nice little rebuild, looking real shiny. This is a long one here. God dang, he was ripping, man. That was one big train. I know 29F can be a long train, but that thing was monstrous. Boy, these rails are still singing. All right. That was a good one, folks. Stay tuned for me. Don't click away. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got a CSX train on the way here. We still have this guy over here, so I'm gonna get too close to the tracks just so he doesn't get on my case. But he dropped a lot of power and he gained it back, so I wonder what we got here. Looks like it was a rail train. Empty rail train. Laid his rail somewhere. Boy, that restaurant smells too dang good. Look at that. All right, there they go. Cool. Now, I don't know if that horn I heard was him, or we got an NS train coming. Let's go find out. Do-do-do-do. Yeah, nope. I don't see one. Shit, the signal is down there. Yeah, we got a high green for northbound. Then we can head up to the Gaines house. I think it's about time. Stay tuned, folks. We'll see you up there. All right, everybody. Not only did I move up to the Gaines house, I came to the bridge that goes over the LCL for CSX. So this is Norfolk Southern here. This is the rat hole that goes over CSX. I've gotten an over under here once with a Norfolk Southern train going south and a CSX headed towards Louisville. Now I heard a horn, but I'm not sure if that is going towards Cincinnati or that CSX coming this way. Either way, I had a high green for Norfolk Southern when I walked up there. Now you can't see the signal from here because it's around the bend there, but I had a high green, so I'm hoping for good news now. There's a couple hobo tags. There's one over there. It's the Chattanooga Sawyers over on that part of the bridge. This guy's here, and it's 7:20, so, and 10:23, so it was recently done, right? Probably during COVID, obviously. But the builder's plate is on the other side of the bridge. Now, you would have to go to that crossing way over there, or walk through some thick bush. Get your minds out of the gutter to see the builder's plate. But cool. Well, we're gonna get a train eventually, folks, no matter how long I'm here. Stay tuned. Well, folks, just my luck, CSX is coming this way. Just heard a horn and I hear the locomotive. Get closer. I'm over on the other side of the bridge. Usually I go over there to film. It's a little bit of a better view, in my opinion. But I think hanging out over here ain't too bad either. Well, here comes CSX. That'd be really cool if we got an over-under, because that is very rare. I've only caught it once. So, I don't know what this is. The CSX had a lot of maintenance and weight equipment down there that was fired up down there at Walton in that rail train, so I don't know what's going on. All right, here we go. Showtime, folks. See what we got here. I'm going to keep an eye on that crossing just to my north. Like I said, it's very rare that we get an over-under, but it is possible with a Norfolk Southern having a high green for a southbound train. Look at all that scrap. That's a lot of scrap. And then that one's, I don't know if it got something in it. They do. The springs are squashed, but I can't see what's in there. That's more scrap. not sure. I will hear what train this is. The defect detector goes off. Whether this is the gent local, but I'm not seeing any steel coils. Oh, rat rock car. Cool, I just missed that. This is 542. The 542 goes down to Florida. Oh, look at the untreated railroad ties there in that con. Cool. Those are like fresh. It'd be funny if this came from McCoy Lumber up there, and that's Sardinia maybe. More cubed up scrap metal. That's empty hopper cars here. Limestone slurry. Well, keep an eye on that crossing over there. Nothing's happening. Nothing's moving. I don't think this is the gent local. Like L411 or something like that. Some more coal. Well, there's steel coil cars. Well, that doesn't mean anything. We'll find out when it hits defect detector and they call Walton. When he acknowledges the defect. Oh man, the gates are going down up there, folks. I'm gonna back off just a little bit. Come on, man. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I see the headlights, let's go. I'm gonna go wide angle so we get a better view. Oh, oh, oh man. Heading in northern cars. on this guy. My friends, we missed an over-under by 5 freaking seconds. 5 freaking seconds, y'all. Oh, that would have been awesome. All right. Don't click away, folks. We're going to get more.
No defects. Total axle 614. Train lane 9er 517. End of transmission.
573. 573. I'm not sure where 573 heads. I cannot remember where they end up, but that train was almost 10,000 feet long, y'all. Pretty cool. Stay tuned for me. All right, everybody, look all the way down there. We got a train coming. Northbound Norfolk Southern. You know, some Ford Power or Heritage unit would be nice, but they don't always come through. Anyways, I was down there. But as you can see, the Route 16 bridge there, or 17, whatever it is, there was a couple homeless guys or a couple folks living under that bridge, and that kind of spooked me a little bit. So I took my chances and walked out of there. I don't want to intrude on anybody's space. So plus my history of the homeless, you never know what they're gonna do. Anyways, we got about 45 minutes left on the day. Pretty good train here. Coming around the bend down there. I'm not sure the symbol on that one. I didn't really hear anything on the radio. All right, folks. Man, that DPU was screaming. I want to stick around for a few minutes right here, see what happens with that signal. But like I said, we got about 45 minutes left on the day, and I'm going to get some lunch because I'm hungry. All right. Stay tuned. We got a little bit longer to go. All right, everybody. The gates have gone down there at Locust Street. I moved uptown, moved down to Church Street in downtown Walton. Gates are going down here at Church Street. The cemetery's over there. Got a horn slew. Ethanol tankers. One here. DPU coming through. All right. That very well could be the final train of the day for me, as I'm gonna go get some lunch. And here's the thing, there's maintenance away equipment all over CSX here in Walton now. They're working, so don't think we're gonna get any CSX for a while. At least we got two, right? All right, folks. If we get any more, we do. If we don't, we don't. All right, everybody. This is the same Norfolk Southern 1st Division as I was in at Walton, and I've come up to Richwood. So there was a couple crossings around here, and Norfolk Southern took them out. They created a shoe fly, which was where I'm standing now, and it curved around, so they didn't have to disrupt train traffic while they took out the crossings. Now, they took out the crossings because they were a safety hazard, and there was some collisions, train versus car collisions at these crossings, and some people died. And so here's one of them. There's some flowers over here to memorialize somebody that was hit and killed, and I'm not sure what that is right there. I don't think that's a memorial, but I don't know, it could be a property marker or something, but I'm going to be here for about 15 more minutes. I don't know if I'm going to get a train or not. I know 28C was coming up the line, but who knows when they're going to show up. So if I don't get one, I don't get one, and we'll see you again. But if we do get one, you'll see it here. All right, everybody. Like I just said, I was hoping I was going to get a train, and looks like I am going to get the train. Got foreign power on it too, man. Good train here. Oh, excuse me. A frog in my throat. GPU coming through. All right, there they go. If that's the only one that I get when I have to leave whatever amount of time, then so be it. That was pretty cool. Stay tuned. All right, everybody. Final train of the day. Final train of the day, I promise. But there's something special on this one, man. Here we go. Looking good. Norfolk and Western Heritage Unit. All right. Here you go, Grove, Kentucky Tom. Look at all those FedEx containers. This is 28C. We caught 26C this morning. This is 28. The longer version. The longer version of the northbound. they go on their way to Cincinnati Guest Street Yard, where they will double their length, most likely. Or either drop stuff off or double their length, one or the other. But that was really cool, catching the Heritage Unit. Alrighty, folks, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go ahead and close this one out. So, talk to you guys later. We'll see you on the next one. All right, everybody, that is going to do it for me today. Thanks for joining me. I really do appreciate it. But that Heritage Unit just went by. Man, what a way to end a video, right? What a way to end a video, catching the Norfolk and Western Heritage Unit. That is my favorite because that's the railroad my grandfather used to work for. So always love catching that one. So that's really, really cool. But kids got baseball about 5 o'clock in Mason, Ohio at Cincinnati Hills Christian Academy. So they got to play them. I don't know how they're going to do, but hopefully they do good. We bring home the W. That'd be great. So I'm going to go ahead and pack it up and get the heck out of here. Start heading towards home. So I'm going ahead and close this one out, y'all. So like, comment, subscribe, share if you haven't done so already. Hit that little alert button. You'll get all the notifications for when I post. And if you have more time, please watch another video, because every video you watch really helps my channel, including those playlists. And I'm definitely going to add to the playlist today, because every video you watch, it really does help, because whatever YouTube's doing is not helping small channels. It's really not. So we need all the help we can get. I really do appreciate it, folks. Until we meet again out there on them rails, have a good day.